My name is Avery Collins, and if there's one thing I've learned about adulthood, it's that some people will choke on their own entitlement long before they ever swallow their pride. And nothing proved that more than what happened with my cousin Madison, the human embodiment of a Pinterest board mixed with a reality TV diva. Growing up, Madison acted like she was Beyoncé and the rest of us were backup dancers who weren't hitting the choreography. But when she got engaged to her equally insufferable fiancé, Chase, who wore loafers without socks and had the personality of a decorative throw pillow, her ego inflated to a level that probably broke FAA regulations. I should have known things were going to go bad when she asked me to help out with the bridal shower because, and I quote, "You're not stylish, but at least you're responsible." Responsible meant paying for things. Stylish meant she didn't have to. Still, because I hadn't learned how to say no yet, I paid for the entire thing. The venue deposit, the catering order, the custom decor with her initials everywhere like she was launching her own perfume line. I even handled the invitations she requested in blush rose and champagne gold, because those are the only colors that look expensive. Whatever. I figured it was fine. Family is family, right? Except 2 weeks before the event, Madison called me at 8 a.m. while I was drinking my first coffee of the day. I answered groggily, and she didn't even say hello. Instead, she launched into this weirdly rehearsed tone like she was the HR department of her own wedding. "So, Avery," she began, "I've been thinking about the bridal shower guest list." I told her everything was finished and paid for, including the chairs, the centerpieces, the dessert bar shaped like the letter M. She sighed dramatically. "Yes, and thank you for that, but I need to talk to you about something sensitive." I braced myself. "You're not elevated enough for the vibe." I genuinely thought she meant I was too short. I said, "Elevated?" And she replied with this sugary condescension that practically dripped through the phone. "You're just too basic, Avery. The shower is upscale, fashion-forward. I need people who look like they belong. I love you, but you'd ruin the photos." I sat there stunned, holding my coffee like it might explode. After everything I paid for, everything I organized? She continued as if she had just delivered a compliment. "But don't feel bad. You can still send your gift with my mom, and obviously you won't be attending." I took a slow breath. "So let me get this straight. You don't want me at the shower I paid for?" "Well," she laughed lightly, "you didn't pay for all of it, just most of it. And besides, you're family. You should want me to have the perfect day." I smiled. Actually smiled. It was the exact moment something inside me snapped into clarity. "No problem," I said sweetly. "I hope it's everything you dreamed of." "Aw, thank you. Love you," she chirped and hung up. She had no idea what was coming. The next morning, I drove to the venue, the gorgeous garden-style event space she bragged about non-stop, and walked right up to the front desk with my contract folder. "Hi," I said, "I'd like to cancel my event reservation." The woman behind the counter looked confused. "The bridal shower?" "Yep," I said, sliding the papers over. "Please refund whatever part of the deposit qualifies and release the date." She clicked around on her computer, nodded, and printed the cancellation confirmation. And just like that, Madison's dream shower vanished. It was beautiful. For the next week, I was silent. I didn't warn her, didn't hint, didn't give a single clue. The night before the shower, at 10:13 p.m., my phone erupted with calls, 16 from Madison, 9 from her mother, and 3 from Chase, who I didn't even know had my number. Then came the texts. "Where is the venue address? They say the reservation doesn't exist. Fix this. Answer now or I'm coming to your house. What did you do?" My favorite was from her mom. "You embarrassed us. Fix this immediately." I turned off my phone and went to sleep like a baby. The next morning, the chaos reached cinematic levels. The entire bridal party showed up at the now empty venue, only to find locked gates and a big closed for private event sign belonging to a completely different event group. Madison apparently had a meltdown so dramatic someone recorded it and put it on TikTok with the caption, "Bride loses her mind because nothing is about her." By noon, her mother had shown up at my apartment banging on my door like she was collecting a debt. I opened it wearing pajamas and a messy bun. "You ruined her shower," she screeched. "No," I said calmly. "Madison ruined her own shower when she disinvited the person paying for it." She sputtered. "Well, she didn't mean you should have still paid." I raised an eyebrow. "You expect me to fund a party I'm not welcome at? Are you hearing yourself?" She didn't answer, because she heard herself and she knew how insane it sounded. Madison showed up moments later, mascara streaked down her face, screaming like I'd burned her wedding dress. "How could you do this to me?" I replied, "Sweetheart, I simply matched your energy." She froze. "What?" "Well, you said I was too basic for your shower, so I assumed you didn't want anything basic there, including the money that paid for it." Chase tried to threaten legal action, which was hilarious, considering no contract existed between us. Finally, Madison shouted, "You're out of the wedding," as if that was supposed to devastate me. I smiled. "Oh no, anyway." 3 days later, I got a text from my aunt apologizing for their behavior and admitting she was embarrassed by the entire situation. Word spread fast through the family. Most of them said I did the right thing, a few said I was petty, and honestly, I don't care. Madison learned something that day. You don't bite the hand that funds your luxury tea sandwiches, and you definitely don't call someone basic when they own the receipt to your entire personality party. I didn't go to her wedding either. I did, however, send a gift, a tiny cactus with a card. Thought you'd want something classy and elevated, just like you said. Petty? Sure. But satisfying? Absolutely.